and family. It's time to hit the streets. I've got good news today. It's time to be the change. Oh, it's time to stand up, get up, 'cause it's time to get up.
Langford Cunningham. He's the host of Blind City, the podcast. And how that all came about, well, you've just got to hear his story.
Blind City, the podcast is it's a vision for God gave me to create a platform to inspire, empower people, and to make sure they don't lose sight of their vision. Because I had to lose sight to find my vision. I had sight about 2 years ago. I never had a personal relationship with God. I knew of God, but I was still in the streets. I lived a double life. I was going to help kids in juvenile detention, telling them to stay out of trouble. But I was so caught up and wrapped up in the party life. And I woke up one morning and my eyes were bloodshot red. And I thought it was from the drinking. One day I was driving, I said, let me turn into one of these eye care centers. And the guy took me to the back and he looked at my eyes and he said, Mr. Cunningham, I have something to tell you. And I said, what is it, sir? He said, you got glaucoma. I went home, first thing started coming to mind is suicide. Depression all started setting in. And then I heard a voice, and it said, Langford, you're not in control of this. I'm in control. And I determine when it's time for you to leave. Either you're gonna come towards me, and you're gonna find out what your next purpose is, or you can go the other way. And right there, I just started crying and laid out on the floor. And that's when I gave my life to Christ. And since then, Blind City, the podcast, was created through me overcoming depression, suicide, alcoholism.
So what are you looking for in a guest?
And I look for the realness. I look for a person who's really maybe dealing with an issue and they just looking for somebody just to listen to them. When you look at the world, man, and what we're going through here in St. Louis, the division, it's just it's a communication problem. One thing we have in common is humanity. Humanity. Me respecting you, you respecting me.
What is your vision now?
Continue to change lives, create awareness, inspire. I took life for granted. I don't do it no more, but don't take life for granted. Things can change drastically at any minute. But work on your personal relationship with God every day. And if you give God a chance, he can do anything. But you gotta believe and you gotta have faith. What we're going through right now, watch what God is going to do. This is his best work. When everybody think it's hopeless, that's when God steps in.
How about that? Is that amazing or what? And Langford Cunningham, check it out. He found his voice by losing his sight, and then he found his vision. That's pretty cool.
If you found this content helpful, please share this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Blind City, the podcast. You can find us on all social media platforms.